good afternoon, folks. We call this emergency meeting into order. I'll start off, I'll be reading the proclamation for a declaration of a state of emergency.
Mayor, you need to announce that Ms. Harris and Mr. Borman.
Yes. Mr. Nairn, Mr. Phillips, and Mr. Corbett are here personally. Mr. Borman and Mrs. Harris are on the phones with us live. And next we'll go to our proclamation. Whereas NCGS Chapter 160A, 166A, and 14 authorize municipalities to declare the existence of a state of emergency. And whereas the COVID-19 pandemic has the potential to create unsafe health conditions and concerns for the general public, as the virus is thought to spread mainly from person to person between people who are in close contact of one another within about 6 feet. And whereas the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, the North Carolina Division of Health and Human Services, and the Governor of North Carolina are urging that public to self-isolate, avoid public places, and practice social distancing, which is creating difficulties for public officials to maintain public safety, health, and welfare of the people within the town of Sunset Beach due to an increase in visitors and non-residential property owners traveling to the area. And whereas the President of the United States has declared the COVID-19 outbreak in the United States constitutes a national emergency, and whereas the Governor of the state of North Carolina declared a state of emergency on March the 10th, 2020, in order to prevent the spread of COVID-19. And whereas, by ordinance, the town of Sunset Beach has herefore authorized the mayor to proclaim the existence of a state of emergency and to declare orders for evacuation, curfew, and various other restrictions and prohibitions. Now, therefore, by the authority vested in me as the mayor and by ordinance of the town of Sunset Beach, the mayor of the town of Sunset Beach, do hereby proclaim the existence of a state of emergency for the town of Sunset Beach. And further, therefore, by the authority vested in me as mayor, by ordinances of the town of Sunset Beach, the mayor of Sunset Beach does hereby enact the following restrictions. All island public parking lot and spaces and all right-of-way parking will be closed until further notice. Effective immediately, all municipal facilities will be closed to the public until future notice. All public interaction with staff will be via phone, email, or text. Public restrooms are to be removed from the gazebo, and the park restroom is closed until further notice. Effective immediately, there shall be no rental occupancies of any nature or duration within the town of Sunset Beach until April the 22nd, 2020. All rental agencies and property owners that currently have short-term rental occupants will be required to notify the occupants that they must vacate the premises and exit the town limits no later than 5 p.m. on March the 26th, 2020. Public gatherings in the park or on the beach is restricted to 10 people with a minimum of 6 feet apart. The aforementioned restrictions and the state of emergency will remain in force until rescinded or amended by the mayor of the town of Sunset Beach. That is the draft. I will now open the floor to any councilman. First, Councilman Harris, do you have anything you would like to add?
Nothing to add.
Councilman Borman, do you have anything you would like to add?
Nothing to add, and I'm in agreement.
Okay.
No.
Mr. Charlie? Councilman Phillips?
Nothing so much as to say, for other people looking to come into the town, we're trying to do this to maintain our resources within the town. And so essentially what we're asking people to do is heed the advice of other governmental agencies and stay home. The goal is to not close the beaches and or the parks at this time. However, we do maintain the ability to, if we do notice that we have a large influx of people who are coming into the area from other areas, homeowners and such alike. So again, we ask that you, everybody heed the advice of other governmental agencies and ourselves to stay at home, stay where you're at, because we don't want to turn this into a vacation spot for other people to come in from distancing areas that have greater outbreaks than we currently have.
Councilman Corbett?
I have a question for clarification. Restriction number 4 is there shall be no new rental occupancies of any nature or duration within the town until April 22nd. Was there consideration of 3 months or a time limit? You know, if somebody wants to come in and do a 4-month, 6-month, 8-month, 9-month rental, could that still happen?
I think in
Town
order to be considered a
administrator.
short-term rental, it's 90 days or less,
By definition.
by definition, is my understanding when we're dealing with occupancy tax or accommodations tax. That's the definition for a short-term rental.
Okay, the statement here doesn't, item number 5 says short-term rentals, but item number 4 just says no new rentals. Do we want to say no new short-term rentals?
Yeah, just add the word short-term in there.
And that by definition is 90 days, you said? Okay. Could you explain what the right-of-way parking means?
Anything that would be considered on-street parking. There should be no on-street parking on the island. Therefore, no parking within the right-of-way.
Okay, and the gazebo parking lot will be closed?
Gazebo parking lot, the streetscape, those are public parking areas. The end of West Main Street, out past 40th Street, that's a public parking area. Those will be closed. And then anything along Main Street, Canal, the numbered streets, North Shore, and the Fish Streets would not be allowed.
Thank you.
Anything else? Any more discussion? All right. Do I hear a motion?
I move we adopt the proclamation declaring the state of emergency as amended with the short-term new rental occupancies.
Do I have a second?
Second.
You'll do it here first.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Councilman Borman?
Aye.
Councilwoman Harris?
Aye.
Thank you.
Did you?
Any more discussion? All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I move we adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Borman?
Aye.
Harris?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.